This is lines 232 to 40. In the first sentence, notice that Virgil has left out the essays. These are infinitives in an indirect statement. Um, and next to ducendum and oranda, which are parallel, it makes a passive periphrastic. Subject here is they shout, and then indirect statement that. Simulacrum means the image, and it refers to the horse, must be led to the house, and what's understood there is to the house of the gods or to the temple. And the que on the end of oranda is connecting the two passives periphrastic. That the noumena means here approval of the goddess must be sought. Noumena is plural. A singular translation here, I think, sounds better. Next sentence, pretty straightforward. We split the walls and we open the ramparts of the city. So in that one tiny short little sentence, Virgil is acknowledging that to let the horse in, they open the city up wide. Next line. The subject here is omnes, everybody or all of us, something like that. Prepare for the task, operi, that's a dative of purpose. And then the que on the end of pedibus is joining the two verbs. So everybody prepares for the task and they place. I'm going to come back to the sub in a second. This is a compound verb. And I'm going to have you translate the direct object of the root verb first, then the preposition, and then the object of the preposition. So they place lapsus, that means rollings, and it governs rotarum. So they place the rollings of wheels, which is awful in English, so just say they place rolling wheels. Now you go back to the sub, under the feet, and what's understood here is of the horse. Then the et is connecting the first two verbs to the third. And they stretch stupea vincula, hempen ropes from its neck, where colo there is dative with a compound verb. In the next sentence, the subject is fatalis machina, the deadly device, and fata armis, loaded or pregnant with weapons. Fata is nominative feminine, modifying machina. The deadly device, pregnant with weapons, scales or climbs the walls. And that's, it's not actually climbing it, it's just crossing it. But I think because the horse is so tall, Virgil uses an image that suggests some height. Next sentence, pueri and inuptae quae puellae are the subjects, though the boys and the unmarried girls or maiden girls or young girls sing, and then the direct object is sacra. They sing sacred songs. Circum is adverbial here. They sing them all around, namely all around the horse. Then the que on the end of funem is connecting the connunt clause to the second clause gaudent, and they rejoice. Here, gaudeo is taking a complementary infinitive. They rejoice to touch. Funem means rope, and that's the cord that they've stretched around the horse's neck. They rejoice to touch the rope with their hands. Notice manu is singular here. Manibus would not have fit the meter, but you can use a plural translation. Last line, illa, that thing, and it's feminine because it's going back to machina, referring to the horse as a device. So you can say that thing, that horse, that device, whatever you like, approaches. Menons modifies illa, and it's a present participle, threatening. So that threatening thing approaches, and, sorry, I missed this que. This que is joining the two verbs. So it approaches, and in labitur is a deponent verb, compound here, so it takes a dative. So that threatening thing approaches and glides into Medii Urbi. That's the dative with the compound, into the middle of the city. And remember, Medii is one of those, it's called a partitive adjective, and the of idea is buried in the adjective, so it does not govern a genitive. Those Medii Urbi are both dative. But it sounds weird to say glides into the middle city, and so that's why don't forget to translate the of as part of medius autem. It glides into the middle of the city.